All right, my name is Sibusiso Reptwala. I'm stylized as Reptwala for short, Rep. I am a wardrobe stylist, fashion stylist, film photographer, creative director, and sometimes a freelance model, depending who the client is, depending who's asking. I like to call myself an all-round magician. Funny enough, I actually started off with music, which allowed me to express myself already. So that was a good starting point. As the years went by, I started to have like an inherent desire to move in front of the camera. So then that's when I got into freelance modeling. And then I got into styling because I've always like collected garments from like charity stores, thrift stores, boutiques. And then I guess it got to a point where I was dressing myself, doing like editorials, conceptualizing, and then getting like multiple different photographers to shoot. I felt like because I already had the ideas and the concepts, like why not actually try and do more than just like be in front of camera? But I was still like a little bit nervous to get behind camera, like as a photographer or a videographer or whatever. So someone suggested to me, like, bro, like you are gaining some traction in terms of like being a model and like styling yourself or whatever, but have you considered styling other people? So I think I just started styling other people and like basically doing what I was doing for myself for other people. And I feel like I sort of gained more from that than doing it for myself. I don't know what the theory is behind that, what the universe does when it comes to that, but that was that. And then obviously I'd moved from one photographer to another, like while I was styling other people. Obviously certain production companies I was working with here and there, but I felt like I might just have the eye, to do it for myself. Still nervous. Someone gifted me a camera, a film camera, I think probably last year, June, for my birthday. And then I started shooting like friends. Then eventually got like my first photography gig. At first, like it was pretty tricky to sort of like get to know ISO and f-stop and all of that stuff. So I have a mentor, Japanese guy. His name is Eugene. Shout out to Eugene. He's taught me quite a lot in terms of lighting, skin tone, just everything to do with cameras and like what environments to use and how to manipulate certain environments as well. So I can say that doing all of those things has sort of allowed me to grow as a human being. It's taught me that I can be quite versatile, and to box myself into one facet or one discipline would be an injustice maybe to the gifts that I've been given, I think. Well, I know. So, yeah. More than just like the garments that I use or the pieces that I use to style people, I think I'll go back to environment, right? Environment plays a big role. Like, I like to manipulate colors. I like to use settings or like locations that are sort of run down, like a place that you would just drive past and not like pay attention to because it's not in the best state. But creating beauty or finding beauty where other people may see destruction, I think that's my edge more than anything. So environment speaks to the clothes, and then that translates to whatever output we get within the shot. So in terms of storytelling, I like to, like, if you look at a lot of my captions after I've shot people, like I specifically source out people who are somewhat unseen or unrecognized or haven't been put like on a certain platform as yet. So I literally go out and DM certain people and say, look, I think you've got potential. Where do you stay? Where are you based? Are you available to shoot? And I will source out locations. So I do a lot of location reikis because I'm always like on the road. So if there's something that I feel resonates with that person's upbringing or where they're from, yeah, that's where I make the connection. Flamboyant, grunge, eccentric, editorial. If those are words that I can use to describe my style in a sense. I specifically focus on more of the editorial stuff that allows me to tell stories for brands or even for myself. Some of the work even comes from dreams. Like sometimes I'll dream about someone and I'll obviously reach out to them and say, look, this came to me. Let's see what we can make happen. One of the stories that literally, like, I'd say stand out, or the work that stands out to me or resonates with me the most, is work that I did last year. It was like a capsule. So it's multiple like shoots, different models, different locations, but all of them are people of that aren't of South African nationality. So I found locations that basically matched what home looks like for them. So one of the people, he was from Angola, the other one was from Portugal, the other one was from Ghana. So I found spaces that matched how back home looks for them, and we conceptualize the story behind that. My name is Reptwala, and this is In Conversation with Mokè Studios. Thank you for having me.